Ba, 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 ba. What can I say? What can I say? Other than we're doing art. That's what we're doing. We're doing art stuff. Please enjoy art stuff. We're gonna. That's what we're doing. You know. This isn't gaming. This is just like art. Can I find art? Non-profit activism. I think that's what it is. If you're an animation, maybe would that be what it falls under? I don't know. I feel like it is though. I feel like it's art. Just entertainment. Just entertainment. That's what. That's what this falls under. All right. Let's get the chat up and then what do we need? Chat. There we go. And then we're good. You know, that's oh. Oh. I'm gonna mute the thingy as well. The desktop audio so you guys don't hear anything through that, because I'm not listening to music or nothing, just in case you're like, oh, you're gonna listen to me. No. Anyone who knows me knows that's not what I do. Right, I'm going to be working on some stuff for art. For art. Ah. Why is that port? Got my trusty little drawing tablet, which is what I'm going to be using. Got my trusty little glove that I'm also going to be using. I don't actually even need headphones on, since I'm not listening to anything. I don't need them. So this is Affinity. This is the program I use to do art stuff. And I say that I use, but I haven't used it a crap ton, to be fair. You're not seeing some of the stuff that I'm looking at now, but we're going to do like, what, 800 by 600? I just need like a square. Yeah. That's weird. You guys can't see that. Let me see if I can make it so you can see that, because you can't see that. I don't want, like, let's see, add source. New source. And then it'd be another affinity. No. No. See, I can't. What I'll do then is I'm going to have to grab everything. And we're going to have to just like do a monitor capture. 1 second here. Let me set that up though. Unless I just do a monitor capture of. Nah. Where is it? Display capture? So let's stretch that screen. And then let's get rid of that. Let's stretch that screen. There you go. Now you can see what I'm looking at. So what I'm going to be working on today, unlike every other day, is some art stuff. Let's see. 16. What does 16 look like? Yeah, it's probably fine. So, I'm going to be making some cheese. Afterwards, we can probably just mess around and do some art stuff. We're going to be making some cheese, though, for now. That's what I'm working on. I've got some other things. See, look at this. This cheese is taking no time at all. And I'm just going off my memory of what cheese should look like. Kind of like that, right? Whew. Now, I'm going to drop down this, like 13. And I'm going to, let's see. I want to make like a cavern, right? Let me, 1 second here. Let me go like offline on Steam. So I don't, you know, with the millions of people watching, don't, you know, go message my friends. I saw you want to leave a gamer stream. See, here's the thing, right? I'm trying to think, how do I make it so this has sort of like a bit of a hole in it there? And then let's get rid of, I'm trying to think, because I want it to look as if there's some dimensions to it, right? I'm going to do the same thing over here, but I'm going to delete this first before I make it look phallic. Not phallic. Is it called phallic if it's not the PP? See, look at that. If I rough it up a bit, like the edges, I think that makes it look a little bit more realistic. Not such a clean bite. It's one of the concerns. Where did my paintbrush go? Here it is. And then I want some sort of like... I'm going to go lower again. Like 4. Yeah. I'm going to set up some sort of like holes in it. Because it's cheese. It's still cheese. It's got that wholeness to it, you know. That cheese has. Okay. We're making cheese. We're making cheese. It's going well. I found wasps in my bathroom today. That's not a joke. Why is this webcam not showing? It should be. Okay, that was weird. Okay, yeah. So, do I want more holes in this cheese? I feel like I wouldn't mind sort of like a thin line of taken cheese to be in some other places too. You know, maybe like connect to that hole. Something like that, right? And then I do like that corner, but I'm thinking, get this erase brush tool. I'm going to just use the mouse for this. Get that precision. Okay. I don't actually know if I'm more precise with a pen or a mouse. I might be more precise with a mouse. And then we got half a bit of cheese missing here, you know. Make it kind of look rough. Now, you might be thinking, Ethan, why are you doing this? Well, first of all, I want to do this for some background stuff for the streams for later, right? Because I got some ideas on some things I want to put in, but I don't have the art for it yet, so I need to make the art. Because I make everything that I use most of the time, even the games. Every single game that I've played, I made. So, which is a bold-faced lie, but it's not believable either. Pen tool, please. That, I'm not sure how I feel about that a little bit right there. Just cut that a little bit smoother. And right here too, you know, like a little bit around that edge. Trying to get these holes to look a little bit more cheesy. Now, the key thing is to get like a nice cheddar kind of look to this, right? And let's go with like another layer so I can delete it if it doesn't look great, right? Oh, that's looking cheesy. That is looking cheesy, right? Now, the cheese in the holes should be like this, but darker, right? It should be dark. If it's inside a hole, it's got less light go into it, right? So it should be kind of darker. I need my... There it is. My boop. And this one's going to take from that. But we're going to... we're going to try and... I need... How can I make this darker? Well, that's lighter. There we go. Not too much darker, though. And then let's have a look how that looks. And if it don't look good, don't look good. So we can always change it. So got our sort of like dark macaroni cheese here. This kind of looks like a macaroni cheesy cheese, doesn't it? And then if we do our normal cheese, just around, I think that looks pretty good. Maybe a bit too golden. But it kind of, because of the way it looks, it kind of looks like it has a bit of stink to it, doesn't it? You can kind of smell that. If you can't, then I'm sorry. I'm just making shit up. But to me, that has like a bit of a, ooh, that's some stinky cheese feel to it, you know? Also, I'm not liking it. I'm not a fan of it. I'm going to change. I've changed my mind. I'm going lighter. Going very slightly lighter. Less. I go lighter on the outside and then keep the inside a little bit stinky. Keep that inside just a little stinky. How does that look? Oh, that's looking alright, actually, isn't it? Okay, tell you what then. Let's fill the sort of little bits of these holes in and go around these edges, and then we can do a bit of a stinky cheese. This one I'm just gonna go full. Like it's fine. Okay. So yep. The big hole is gonna be the the one that's going to be probably the most difficult to integrate it. I'm going to go full on that one too. It's a bit small. Just the one. Okay. Here we go. Awesome. Get that like that. What is this? It's looking good. This is real cheesy. This is super cheesy. Cheesy to what I would call the max. Okay. I'm just going to do this a little bit with the mouse, because I mean, look at how quick it is with the mouse. I like drawing with the pen because it feels more genuine, but at the same time, I'm a mouse man. I'm thinking of getting compression bracelets, right? I don't have like issues with my wrists and stuff, but I'm thinking if I get them now, would that help deter it possible future injury? Because that feels like something I would want to do, right? I don't want like issues with my wrists in the future. I'm just thinking about it, you know. Because I do a lot of repetitive, you know, work. I say work, but streaming isn't work. Unless you're getting paid for it. And then, by definition, it is. But, alright, let's get that stinky cheese. Stinky cheese. And then we're going to pop that down. Did I already say there was wasps in my bathroom today? I don't know if I said that on stream. That's not a joke. That is true. I went into my bathroom today, and there was like a crap ton of wasps in there. I say a crap ton. It's like the window had like 8 or 10 of them, right? But that's still more wasps than is usually in my bed. Usually there's 0, and I don't know how they got in there because we don't leave the door open. So it is very confusing how they got in and whatnot. Oh, did I say what I was making this for? So, yeah, I wanted to make this for some sort of future channel stuff. But also, I'm thinking of getting a custom face mask, right? With sort of my channel stuff on it. So, obviously, the cheese is for Don't Tell Me How to Eat My Cheese. And then we're going to be making a jam jar shortly. Did I disconnect the battery in this? I think I might have. Get that nice and tight. Okay, I don't know what happened. Maybe the battery in it went. And if it goes again, then no more pen, because I don't think I have any replacement batteries. Oh, God. Whew. So, there we go. Boom. Yeah, so this is Don't Know Me How to Eat My Cheese. We're going to do Ethan's jam soon. I'm just trying to do the things that are like sort of this channel's call out moments, I suppose. And if anyone has any more, which I doubt, to be fair, then I would absolutely take them and be like, oh, nice. See, I was thinking of doing hot dogs because we did do that one time where I kept saying, like, I'm going to eat, like, a crap ton of hot dogs on stream, but it just never happened, which is, it's something we could still do. I just never did it because I would have to get a shit ton of hot dogs. It was just preparation, really. Oh. Okay. So, we're going to want to sort of increase this. That's not what I wanted to do. I want to be real careful here because I don't want to delete too much. Now, we're lucky because I did another layer because I was smart. So the cheese layer. I mean, to be fair, it'd be interesting to see what this looks like without that. That does, see, it looks like something, but it don't look like nothing, really. Looks like something, but it don't look like nothing. And, bit of a cheesy situation going on here. Come on. Get around it, get around it, get around it. Oh. Oh, I just passed my driver's test. Very, very nice. But yeah. I'm going to try and, when I make this face mask that I'm trying to make, it's not like to be publicly released, right? It's literally just for me. And if other people wanted to have the art so they could go somewhere and get it printed for themselves, then I'm happy to let them do that. I don't want to. That would actually be awesome. I would love that. That would be an amazing thing if someone took something I made and used it, but it's not for commercial production, I suppose. Maybe one day. I think that's the thing. Like, if I ever got the chance to make merch, if the channel ever became big enough and I had the chance to make merch, it would interest me because I'm not particularly interested in money. As people may know, I don't really care about money, to be fair. But creating a line of products or creating something that people can sort of own and have sounds awesome. Like custom shirts and stuff. It sounds super cool. I think it's super cool. Like when I get my shirts from places, like recently I bought a shirt I've worn quite a bit on stream from Mega 64, which what is it, like the Danger shirt or something? It's got like a Geiger counter and stuff on it, right? But that shirt, like, I love that shirt. It helps me know that I've had a direct impact on Mega 64 because I bought their merch. I mean, if I didn't, someone else probably would have as well. They've been around for a while. They're appreciated by their fans. But it also is like a physical item that gets to tell people, like, hey, I think these dudes are doing something worth checking out. I'm going to do the basic outline of this sort of bottom layer here. I'm going to do that basic outline. And then I'm going to have a look what it looks like without the border, to see if I like it better with or without the border. And I reckon with the border is usually how it's going to go for me. I like borders. But That's a thin piece of cheese right there. This is a nice block, right? What I like about this, don't tell me how to eat my cheeses, it looks like someone just took a bite out of the block. You know, right here, they just were like, ah! That's the official take a bite noise of when you have some cheese and you want to take a bite. Rawr! Dude, do you think vampires like cheese? What do vampires eat? I know, obviously, they consume blood. And do they consume the flesh, or do they spit the flesh? Do they bite in the flesh and then just consume the blood, or is there like a code where it's like, hey, waste not, want not? All right. See, the issue with that is without the border, I would have to fill it in, and I'm not sure how I feel about that, to be fair. I think the border makes it better, but I could be wrong. I'm not a big fan of suspended cheese. If you're wondering why I'm filling this in, you know, I don't like suspended cheese. No, it's because I want to see if I prefer the look of it filled in without the border, or, you know, just with the border. And so that's what this is trying to explore. We're going to go a little bit bigger on this. Well, actually, you know what? Seeing as it's under it, we can just do this. And it won't affect us because I can't go over a layer that's already over the layer. You know what I mean? So I'm sitting here trying to be all like, ooh. Now, that is very sort of clean. But I think that just looks so more arty than everything. Like, you know what I mean? Like that, it has character to it. It does. But I don't think it has as much character to it as that does. That adds like a whole sort of like thickness to it and makes the body seem a bit more interesting. All right. Okay. I'm going to go with the border. What the fuck? What the fuck just happened there? I pressed Control Z like once. Where is it? Where is it? File. Edit. 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 Where's redo? Undo the cut. It's fine. We'll just have to live with what I've done. Here. Boom. And that's the cheese done. Should I... See, I'm debating whether I put DTM. Down to mate. No, don't tell me. Because the thing about the cheese is, if we make it obvious that it's don't tell me how to eat my cheese, then anyone could be in on the joke. But as it stands now, I mean, to be fair, I want more people to be in on the jokes. I don't want people to be excluded from comedy. Oh, you call it comedy, do you, Ethan? You think you're so funny? Well, I'd like to think so. I like to think that I have some humour to me. Or do I not? The issue is, I really don't know where I can get, like, a face mask where I can print on the whole thing rather than just, like, a section. Just, like, there, it's right there, but it's not, like, there. Because I want it to go around the whole thing. No matter what, I'm going to have to get it custom ordered, so I might have to, like, email a company and be like, hey, what dimensions do I have to make my art so it covers, like, the whole mask? And then they can go, like, well, we don't do that. And I'll go, okay, well, I'll just find another company that will then. Because, to me, to be fair, I don't even know if I'm going to go through with it. This art is definitely going to be used somewhere. I have plans for that. But the face mask was just something I was thinking about yesterday. Okay. And I thought, hey, the only thing I'm not going to do on it is put any sort of, like, name stuff on it, you know, like my name. Like, EOL Gamer isn't going on it. Ethan's probably not going to go on it. Because I want to wear it around and I want to wear it at work. And work doesn't... I don't like to, like, have the people at work know that I do things in my spare time. Which sounds crazy, but basically, I don't talk about work that often on stream because nothing happens there, nothing to talk about really, But I just don't want people I know knowing what I do. Maybe if I was a bit more sort of known or a bit more sort of maybe if my numbers were higher I wouldn't be so like but they're not high numbers, are they? It's 2 eyes. It's like Spider. It's the new Spider-Man. Doesn't that look angry? But then I need to come at more of an angle there. Angry cheese. The best kind of cheese. Cheese that is mad. Crazy cheese. That's a thing. I'm liking this. It's not like really, really well done. But it's super sort of simple. And it has its charm. I think. And for my purposes, I think it's really nice. And you can eat it. My cheese, that is. What was that? 1 second. Okay. Shut up. It's my alarm going off. I do have work tonight. But I looked at the time and I should have enough time to do the things I want. The jar of jam is going to be the hardest thing to do, but all of the sort of more difficult things that we need to make it are already sort of done. It just means I need to pop them in the document. And I think the jam jar is going to be really fun to look at. Okay. Here we go. We're nearly done with this cheese. Beauty. Don't worry, I didn't forget that there was more. You might be like, oh, you forgot. No, I didn't. How could he forget? He was meant to be the chosen one. That looks alright, doesn't it? I think that looks alright. Now, one of the things is it is stretched out on the stream because, yeah, no, definitely with the border. Without the border, it looks shitty, to be fair. One of the things is it will be stretched out on the stream, but that's just because this is going the whole length of my monitor. And this is like an ultra wide, so unfortunately it's going to go the whole length. So it looks a little stretched out, but as far as cheese goes, I think we've made a good looking little cheese. I'm going to give that a save. I'm going to save that in my this one. And I have to do a different type of save because that's not the one we need. Export it. This, and then we're going to call it cheese. All right. On to the next one. So that would be 16,000 by this. Another square. And with this, we need to draw the basic outline of our jam jar, which this one's going to be more difficult, I think. The basic outline of a jam jar. Shoot. Alright. Let's think about this. Jam jars. See, the issue isn't, I don't think it's the getting it right. I'm gonna go over size 13. Hey. I think we go something like that and then down. Wrong way. Down. Come on. Down. Right. Down. Whoops. Come on. Then down again. Oh, Jesus. Down again. Alright, and then those connect up. Right. That's what I should do. Just to make it look more like it's at an angle. I want to completely make sure. Okay. Now, this isn't the best jar. You may be able to tell that already, though. I thought it was the best jar. Alright, I'm going to go around like that, to which that's going to then have to come down like that. Straighten that out a little bit. And I mean, that's pretty jammy. Right? Okay. And then, I don't know how many people have looked at jars before, but I have. And one of the things I've noticed with jars is they have these sort of like lines that will do stuff like this, right? And then other lines that'll go like the whole way. So, got our jam jar there. Should we do like a jammy lid? A little lid for the jam? You know, it's a little jam lid, sort of like sitting next to it. Maybe that'll have a bit of jam on it leaking out. You know, since it's a jam lid. And then here comes the fun bit, right? Naming it. Here comes the fun bit. Which Just 1 second. Yeah, good. I didn't want my documents opening up on the stream because it might give you some spoilers about some things that are up and coming. And that's not what we want. So we need how many layers? 9 layers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And you might think, why do you need 9 layers, Ethan? Well, this is why. Holy shit, Ethan. Is that what I think it is? Yeah, it is. It's my face. As jam. Okay, we're not going to actually need that many. No. We're not going to need that many. Unfortunately. We got a bunch of me. This is seriously the creative process I go through. Now, this jam jar was completed a couple days ago. And that's why I have all these faces pre-done. But then my program crashed, and it's because I had what I assume is too many faces. And by that, I mean I filled up a bloody jam jar. So you should understand already where we're going with this. And if you don't think this is funny or entertaining by any means, then I don't know what to say. This is sort of the breakdown of my humor, and I've got a lot of faces here. I can put a lot of faces. Hey, look at that one. I'm looking awesome in that one. Oh, what? This is the last one. Whoa. I got a massive head. And a big ego. So, it's all good. One of the things that we're going to do is we are going to make it sort of small. I think actually what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy. I'm going to paste. I'm going to paste that. And I want to set up a base layer of this sort of jam jar, as you will. Base layer. Okay. And this base layer is just literally going to be one of each going along this, and this is always at the top. Jam bottle's always at the top. That's what we need to be sure of. I need to be sure the jam bottle is secured in its position. Whew. I hope people come in and they just like, what the fuck is this? What is this? Jesus. Who are you? And why do you have so many pictures of yourself? Well, genius. Some of them are really bad as well. Just not good photos at all. I have like a whole folder dedicated to just me head, basically cut out so I could use it for thumbnails and stuff back in the day. But you know, they get other uses. Oh, yeah. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Some of this is super fun to do. Like, you know, when this is like your hobby, streaming and just doing stupid things, you have a blast. That's what life's about, you know, having a blast. Like Buzz Lightyear. All right. Now we can start sort of looking into randomizing it a bit. And I'm going to create a save in a second for this file. I'm going to do that right now. In progress jam. Because if it crashes again, I don't want it doing that. Let's go with this one again. This one's funny. We don't want it particularly to become too low res that it's unintangible. Is that the right word? Unintangible? I want you to be very aware that it's my face. Because I'm awesome. And I deserve the recognition. That was literally just to... Oh yeah, let's do like a fat... Let's fill this one out. So it's like... Oh yeah. Above this, above like the layers we're at now. Like, stop it. Stop it. It shouldn't really matter. Oh yeah, that's awesome. I didn't know you could do that. Alright, so we've got our base layer. Our jam, if you will. And now that we've got our base layer of jam, we just need to basically create this going up. Do I want to... I think I do. Let's go with like a goldeny lid because... Or an orange, a peach. Maybe like an aqua, like a blue. Maybe like an indigo. Yeah, maybe like an indigo. It's not like a purple. Right. Stop that. I hate it when it does that shit. It's my jam. It's Ethan's jam. And I want the lid to reflect that. And so we're going to make a little logo for the lid. And then I'm going to make the jam leaking out of it. Like to have fun here. I'm going to make the top of the lid a slightly darker version of this. So I'm sitting here with my mouth agape, like, oh, like I'm doing something amazing, but I'm just concentrating. So let go just in case I make a quick mistake, because I'm gonna make one eventually. You know, it just happens when you've been holding down that mouse for 20 minutes and you've just been coloring in one piece. You make one mistake, you go outside the line once, and it's like, oh well, that's the whole bloody. Throw the painting out. It's like Bob Ross. Modern day. I wonder what it'd be like to make a Bob Ross painting in Paint. Like just Paint. Not even like .NET. Just Paint. My wrist felt weird. Getting repetitive strain. Injury. Alright. Try making faces. Don't like that. Nope. Nope. Oh, like pie. What about that? No, I don't like that. I like when it goes through it a little bit, but Ethan's jam. And then we gotta put in like oh, cancel. Okay, so we gotta put in on the lid like 100. No, we need it smaller, I think, which might mean it's unlegible. 100%. ETHA 100% Ethan. And then we gotta go. Ethan's jam. 100% Ethan. No added Steve. That's a bit much, though, isn't it? Whew. I think that's good. Now that we got a label on there, I'm really happy I took the time to make that label. Now we've got to fill this jar up and stuff. But before we do that, we got to add little bits of Ethan falling out of the jar. You know, just a little bit of. Just a little bit of that. Just falling out of the jar. Just little berries. Just little berries of Ethan. See, it's so jam-packed full of Ethan that when you crack the lid, some of the jam's still in there. And that's really what you want. You want so much me that when you open the lid, coming out there, baby. How about that? That's looking alright, isn't it? Bits of jam falling off. Maybe because it's leaning against this. It's leaning against this. It's got some sort of little jam droplets dropping down. You know, piling over by the. And then just one that's not like attached to the jar. It's just kind of falling off. Well. Look at that. Isn't that something? Yeah, it's certainly something, Ethan. Awesome. I'm like a bloody genius when it comes to making shit, you know? People are like, Ethan, what the fuck are you doing all day? But when it comes to making good shit, I'm going to get some phone calls later tonight from people being like, hey, I saw what you did on stream. I really want you to make me some quality art. And I'll go, I don't know you. And they'll go, I can fill you in on my jokes and whatnot, and you can make something for me. And I'll go, no. No, I don't care. I don't want to know your jokes. Thank you, but too busy. But you spent so much time making yours. Yeah, that's, well, when you care about your channel, you put the work in yourself, mate, so fuck off. I mean, care is a big word to use, though, isn't it? Do I care about my channel? Or do I just tolerate it? No. this is the good thing about having like a big head, is that you can do stupid stuff like this. I got quite a long head, don't I? You know, you look at me, I'm like, it's very thin but quite long. Ooh. Look at that nose. Dude, the nose is like the biggest feature on my face. Rather than the glasses. You know, they kind of just pop off though. You know, they can like, I can move them. They're detachable. Not like eyes. Yeah, well, some are. Ooh. See, this is the thing, is it just takes a while. If you want to do something that looks decent, it's going to take time. And that's what this is. It's just me doing this. See, the thing is, I know there's like other inside jokes that were sort of on the channel, but I struggle to remember what they were, which is bad because it's my channel. But I tell so many jokes a day that, well, not joke. I do so many things a day that it's hard to know what sticks out and what becomes something more than what it was sort of intended to be, which is like a 5-second cutaway, you know. Jam was something that, you know, I let it sort of deteriorate and become a joke that was no longer told anymore, because it was just like, I don't want to have it be, I suppose I could do a sun and like an ice cream melting or something, you know, just to be like, oh, that's a hot one. You know, for that joke. Man, it's a hot one. I think I just made a punch. No, I was gonna like say I think I just punched my son, but then I said made a, and I'm like, shit. You can't make anything with your son. I just made a birdhouse with my son. He's ungrateful and I don't know why I did it. He's such a douche. He can wipe his own ass. Yeah, that was a good bit during Fallout, to be fair. The Santana, I'll wipe my own ass, dude, man. Some of the Santana stuff is really funny. But you got to get people to join in. It's the issue with comedy. Is it's just much better when people are like, "Yo, I want to play too." That's so far. That's our jam jar. That's been like 20 minutes. We drew up a jam jar, and then we placed a shit ton of meat in it. Now I'm liking this jam jar. I'm thinking the jam jar is pretty cool. But is there anything else we could do here? I don't have anything that I can throw in. Sorry, I looked away from the mic and I was like touching my ear and I continued talking, so you probably didn't hear me. But I mean, you might have. There's no music or anything on, so there's no like gameplay noise. That's something we could do. Is like get weird angles like that. Which I think that's pretty fun. Let's do it like that. And then woo! God, it's just gonna take so long. It's just gonna look at how many layers we've got as well now. Like, look, this thing's gonna crash. I could flatten it, but the issue with flattening it is that it's not done yet. We've got to bring this over here and bring this like over here. People like you're gonna recognize patterns. Do 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 do. I'm gonna make this bigger. Sort of cross it over like that. And it's all me. Can I restore it? No. That is fun though, isn't it? Look at that. It's a big one though. Oh, it's a big one. That's like Jak and Daxter. The issue is I'm going too small with some of these. Like edits. You know. So you got all these like jam bits there. Not as... I mean, that's pretty good. The thing is, like, it's a jar that needs to be kind of overflowing a bit, right? Because, as I said, it's jam-packed. Pun not intended. But... God. I wonder how big the file size on this is. You know? Oh, it's literally the same picture. Right next to each other. There we go. Let's get it turned. And then, you know, that's illegible now. But it looks like I've taken a photo of me and flattened it out. That's what that looks like. But then we get little ones like that, you know, little bits of the jam photos, and we place them around it, and we can sort of make it look like it's more natural, because it will be sitting in the underbed, you know. all these different sizes and shapes. And you see, it kind of works in there now, right? Kind of works in there now. This is so dumb. This is how I make art. I'm unique, you know. No one else does anything like this. Except from, like, nearly everyone. I gave my mum a gift for Christmas, which is very, very similar to this. She loved it. My issue is, does it look like jam? Because it's meant to be like little blueberries. That's what my head's meant to be, like a little blueberry that's sitting in the jam. You know? But some of these blueberries are bigger than the rest. And it's concerning. I want to make sure every single jar has a good amount of blueberries, but, you know, I don't want people thinking it's all blueberry. You know, there's got to be some jam in there too. Otherwise, they're just buy blueberries, you know. Blueberries in a jar would be a great product, actually. A jar of blueberries. Because you typically get them in a container, right? But what if in a jar? Yeah, what if? What a great idea, Ethan. Thank you. I thought of it all by my dad. I like the big face. That's kind of funny. God. It's a lot of work trying to fill in the gaps and get it all filled up. But as far as it's going, it is going all right. What I do want to do is put this like lower down. No, not that far down. Even further down than that. Oh god, there's so much to this layer. Like, it needs to be sort of in the background. Like, it's filling stuff up, but you know what I mean? Oh, not there. Like there. That can go there. With one of them right there. See, because you are filling things up, this is what we want to do. We're just going to start placing a bunch of random ones sort of around, ready for filling in later. because at the moment I'm just randomly grabbing things and then pasting them in different places, and I just think probably be a bit more efficient if I just do a little bit of that. And we're really getting there. See, the issue is, see how much work goes into making this kind of shit? It's like quite a bit. You know? I mean, it's been 10 minutes since I did, like, the bottom layer, and that's what we've done, I think. Like, this. But it's just, like, very repetitive work. I mean, if you could even call it work. But it's something that I want to do. Not everything that you want to do is always, like, the belle of the ball. You know? Some of it's, like, in the future it's going to be fun for people. But it's, at this moment, it just takes time to produce it. My little finger is getting really, like, it's like, no, stop it, please. Because what's happening is I'm pressing control a lot, and I use my little finger for that. I use my little finger and then my index to press C. What's good about this one is actually this covers up quite a bit of space. And then I just need to put other things around it. Yeah, it's getting there. We're slowly filling up a jar. The annoying thing is, like, I'm placing things around, and then I notice, like, the thing that I'm placing to blend other things in is already somewhere. You know? So it's like, there's too many, like, these heads, you can see them, like, 3 in a row. So I'm like, alright, well, I'll place some other things near there, and then I just place the same thing over there. And it's like, oh, no! Dun, 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 dun. Dun, na, na, na. Dun, na, 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 na. See, that's a technique I haven't really been using too much. That I just learned about, you know. We learned about it together. But I could have been using this the whole time to make faces look different. Mm, mm, mm. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. You gotta love it though, right? When you zoom out, what does this look like? Yeah, you kind of get that it's a bunch of me. But not entirely, unless you like really zoom in on it. You'd have to sort of like try and pay attention to it, I think. Which tells me repetitive picturing isn't too bad, actually. It doesn't mean we shouldn't try to avoid it. But I've only got 9 photos. So, you know, it's not like I've got resources here. Well, I do actually, because I could just take more photos. But then that means like adjusting everything else. And that's a lot of work. Yeah, what about doing some of that? It's just using what you have in a different way. God, it's just taking so long, man. And after a couple like things, I like zoom out and I look at it, and it's like still not there. Like we're building up a lot of this. Let's focus on down here for now. Thinking of the song from No More Heroes called Philistine. If you look up No More Heroes 2 Philistine, you'll see that song. It's really fun. I've been listening to it a bunch recently. It's not on Spotify though. I wish more game soundtracks were on Spotify, but only sort of like the big things get over there, you know. I think like most of the Final Fantasy stuff's probably on there. You could probably listen to the garden theme from 8, you know. Dun 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 dun. That one. You could probably listen to that. That one's a good one though. Unlike every other theme in the world. I like that. Look at that. My eyes just poking out. You can tell it's the glasses because of the thing. Always so creative. Every day. There. Plus that. Hey, look at that. That's fun. Face art. Welcome back to Face Art. And can we get another one just there? It's kind of like 2 in a row though, so whoopsie doodle, didn't mean to do that. Control. But no, that's. Look at that. That jam jar is filling up. What I don't like is that right there. I could see that. As soon as I zoomed out, I was like, I see that. I wonder which photo is the most used one. I reckon it's me going, ah! And I'm not looking at them like, oh, that one's appealing. I'm going to put that there. It's like just generally like, I'm looking for something to put down. I really want to focus on, right now, I want to focus on getting it poking out the jar. If possible. And we're going to have to really work at making it look like it is. Because you can see I'm going to have to delete like these little bits so the jar still has a conceivable way of getting around, you know, like getting around it, but you see how like due to that opening kind of doesn't look like the jam's leaving, but now it does. Now it looks like it is kind of overflowing a bit. And I'm just trying to create this sort of overflow effect of this jam. So if I can create kind of like a leak of the jam. As it's leaking. All right. For it to be a sort of conceivable leak as well, we should create sort of some jam residue flowing a little bit down over this way. Right? Like it just leaked a little bit onto the jar. I think that's creating an overflowing feeling. You know, once it's sort of filled up a bit more, I think we'll have a bit more of a good look at that. Or a good feeling of that, you know, that good feeling Look at that, like, in the bottom right, that, like, little jam jar. Sort of like, you zoom out, and it does look pretty good, I would say. Not amazing. I'll give you that. But for what we need it for, or what we're using it for, I'd say we're doing a good job here. Maybe I'm biased. Maybe I have low standards. Yeah, it could be possible. I really like this sort of like look in between the we're gonna have a couple of these. This is the good thing about doing a face sort of upside down, is I think it's less intelligible. And I can like come in and make some even rasher decisions like that. Let's get that overflowing with that one. Put it there, put it there, put it there. Oh, that's looking good. That is looking jammy. Ooh. I want to make it conceivable. Not conceivable. I want the leak to look more natural. And I'm just hoping that by filling in spaces outside of it, creating what like is clearly like some residue, it'll do that. And I think it is. But it might also help to clean up some of the edges. But I'm going to have to like flatten the image to do that. So that's something that we'll do once everything's in place and we can look at like getting some sort of a deal going. Yeah, that's good. Some of the issue I'm having here as well is we've got like layers of photos that are like, not photos, but images that are more important than others. No, if you just want to get bigger as well. God. I mean, it's coming along. It's truly coming along. That's what I love about art. Art is so easy to make. I knew this would be the time-consuming one, to be fair. I even said during making the cheese that this would be the thing that would take so long. And it's just because there's so much to do on it. It's not a hard project by any means. It's just like getting it sorted. Yeah. Yeah. No. Wait a minute. I can fix this. Oh, yeah. Now no one will ever know. Pop one of them there. Pop one of those looking down, so like that. No. Like that, yeah. Oh, I could just do that, I suppose. Could just be like, can I have a bunch of photos there? And then that whole group just comes with me. I just post it right there. And you would never know if you didn't watch. That's what I did. I didn't want to set up like a structure though that is just repeatable. That's something I'm going to do. Look at that. And that's like a unique structure now. You know, unlike the other one. No. Yeah. That's the most blueberry-like one. I wonder if the jam spill will look more realistic once there's some more sort of stuff on the inside that's not spilling out near it. Ethan, you're really focused on the jam spill. Well, it's a really key part to bringing the photo into an idea. To actualize the photo. It's kind of key. I think the lid looks amazing with its little jam spill. Hmm. Just thinking about what I need to do. I got like a whole side to fill in. Oh, my eye. Like this is this is here and blah blah blah. Is that? Set that one in there. We get this. Does it tell me how many layers I've got? Because I have a lot of layers. The jam layers are... There's too many. And I don't even know if every face is even used. Is this one getting used? Let's bring some more of this up. I don't know if it is getting used. I don't see much of it. Angry Ethan. What about, you know, plain Ethan? This guy's got stock options. That's what he's telling me. That's what his eyes say. Okay. Let's get a little bit lazy with it now. Mm-hmm. We've created like a structure that we can just reuse. And if we can, why not? You know, like I don't want to be too lazy, but I'm kind of done. You know, with this. And I just want to like get it sorted. Okay. Let's grab this block and pop it there. With that, it'll extend out. And look at that. That's going. Now I need to get this whole sort of left side. I mean, let's fill in this right side first, to be fair, because it's already nearly done. So if I can just get some sort of setup. No, not that one. Him. Did I not copy and paste? I did. Did I say not him? Like referring to myself as him? Sorry. It's pretty funny though. Yeah. That is looking interesting. And then we can just twist all of that. Pop it there. And then shape it like that to how we need it. Boom. Get this tiny one. Put it right there. It's very important. What even is that? What even is that? I have no clue. What was that? It's so small. Should we do a section of like really small ones? Just grab this like this load right here and just keep reworking it until we filled it in, this gap. Let's twist it around like that. That is such a fun like look at how much is there. That's funny to see like that much stuff. Oh shit. In one spot. Like look at that. Because that's just a compressed like this zone. That's all that is. Oh, that's it. I don't know how this thing crashed before. With the amount of stuff I've done now, and it's not crashing. Like, I don't know what's going on here. This thing should be, like, long gone. All right. You look at that, and then what we're going to do is we're going to flatten it. We've just flattened the whole thing. We've made what was like a shit ton of layers into like one layer. We're just going to straighten out some of these edges. Just give it a bit more of a jammy vibe. I'm going to just try and then it's obviously super important that this gets jammed out too. Look at that. That is it. That's it. It took 2 hours to make a block of cheese and the jam, but we got there. We did. And I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that if you spend your time here, you enjoyed spending the time here. This was fun for me. We've got our jam made, and that's going to be something cool, something in the future. And unfortunately, I mean, a lot of people probably don't even going to know that's a bunch of my face, but they might know. They might be able to see that and go like, oh, it's Ethan's face. But we got the lid and everything, and the jam spilling out, and I'm very happy with that, you know. I think a little bit like that might be cool. And then it's like, because it, I'm thinking we just get rid of that part. Like, this part is just filled with bloody jam. You know? Yeah. Alright, well, thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. It's been fun for me. This is the kind of stuff that sometimes I do in, you know, off the streams for making things. It's been a little while since I made something, to be fair, but this is kind of the kind of stuff that I get onto when I'm self-creating. So enjoy your nights, your evenings, and I'll be streaming another day. You know, maybe Tuesday, maybe Monday, I don't know. Probably Tuesday. And stay safe. Till next time.